In college football, few things are as brutal or as fascinating as the coaching carousel. One moment, a head coach is hailed as a savior. The next, he's fighting to keep his job. Every season, the pressure mounts, and the roar of the fan base grows louder. In this sport, loyalty lasts only as long as the last win. This year, several high-profile names stand at that crossroads. Once praised as program builders, these coaches now face serious questions about their futures. Whether it's poor results, locker room tension, or the weight of lofty expectations, their seats have rarely been hotter. Today, we're counting down 4 coaches most likely to be shown the door this season, or soon after. From the SEC to the Big Ten, these are the men feeling the heat. Before we dive in, make sure you're subscribed and have that notification bell turned on so you don't miss future breakdowns like this. Let's begin with number 4. When Auburn hired Hugh Freeze in November 2022, the plan was simple: restore relevance to a proud SEC program that had fallen behind. Freeze brought offensive pedigree and a reputation for aggressive recruiting, traits that once made him a star at Ole Miss. For Auburn fans, his hiring felt like the risk that could reignite their program. But 2 years later, optimism has cooled. Freeze's 14-17 record, including 5-14 in the SEC, has left the Tigers stagnant. He's also the first Auburn coach in 50 years to reach a 3rd season, despite back-to-back losing campaigns. Proof of how far expectations have dropped. Patience in the SEC is rare, and Freeze is testing its limits. His biggest problem is identity. The offense, his specialty, has sputtered against elite opponents, while the defense remains unreliable. Auburn's heavy dependence on the transfer portal gives the sense of a short-term patchwork rather than a true rebuild. For a program craving stability, that's alarming. If another mediocre year follows, even supportive boosters may lose faith. If Auburn cuts ties, Freeze could land at a mid-tier Power 5 or Group of 5 program, where expectations are lighter and his offensive creativity can flourish again. A temporary reset as an offensive coordinator at a major school is also possible. Either way, this season will determine whether Freeze revives his coaching stock or adds another turbulent chapter to it. Florida State hired Mike Norvell in December 2019, aiming to bring back ambition and modernize a fading giant. After his success at Memphis, where he built one of the most explosive offenses in the nation, Norvell seemed the right man to restore the Seminoles' swagger. Yet many years later, Florida State is still searching for a consistent footing. The highs have never outweighed the lows. Analysts describe the Norvell era as the embodiment of mediocrity, highlighting his struggles against top-tier competition, frequent staff turnover, and recruiting inconsistencies. Timing and expectations make matters worse. The ACC is evolving, and Seminole fans feel the window to reclaim elite status is narrowing fast. Norvell's hefty buyout complicates firing him, but if the program stalls again, Florida State may decide the cost is worth paying. Administrative patience is thinning, and repeated coaching changes have made stability a top priority, but results may force their hand. If Florida State moves on, Norvell would still have options. His offensive mind and leadership record could attract mid-level Power 5 schools or top Group of 5 programs looking to rebuild. A coordinator role at a major school is also realistic if he chooses to regroup before his next head coaching shot. Ultimately, a strong turnaround could save him, but another average campaign could end his run in Tallahassee for good. When Luke Fickell left Cincinnati for Wisconsin in late 2022, it looked like a perfect fit. Fickell had turned Cincinnati into a playoff contender, the first Group of 5 team to make the college football playoff. And his disciplined defensive style matched Wisconsin's DNA. Fans expected him to return the Badgers to Big Ten prominence. So far, that hasn't happened. Fickell's debut season ended 7-6, followed by a disappointing 5-7 campaign in 2024. The program's first losing record since 2001. For a fan base accustomed to stability, this decline is jarring. The offense looks uncomfortable in his system, and the once strong defense has shown cracks. Though Wisconsin extended his contract through 2032, confidence in his direction is fading. Reports from around the program suggest players and fans are questioning whether his system truly fits their identity. In a conference that's only getting tougher, another losing season could push administrators to act sooner than expected. If Wisconsin parts ways, Fickell's reputation ensures he won't be unemployed for long. His success at Cincinnati still carries weight, and a Power 5 program seeking a culture builder could see him as the right fit. He could also return to a Group of 5 school or take a coordinator role to recalibrate before his next big job. The only real question now is whether his disciplined style can survive the modern Big Ten grind, or whether the Wisconsin experiment ends early. Florida fans believed Billy Napier would stabilize a chaotic program when he was hired in November 2021. He'd won consistently at Louisiana, turning the Ragin' Cajuns into a powerhouse with multiple 10-win seasons. His reputation for structure and discipline seemed perfect for Gainesville, but the transition hasn't gone as planned. In 3 seasons, Napier has gone 21-23, including a dismal 14-23 against Power 4/5 opponents. The Gators' offense, supposedly his strength, has lacked creativity and consistency. Off the field, reports of confusion in staff management and questionable game decisions have added to the frustration. At Florida, mediocrity is intolerable. The Gators expect contention, not excuses, and Napier's inability to deliver results has put him squarely at the top of the hot seat list. His buyout remains large, but rising pressure from boosters and alumni may make that irrelevant. Some insiders believe Florida could move on before the season even ends, a sign of how fragile his situation has become. If he's dismissed, Napier's offensive experience ensures he'll land elsewhere, possibly as a coordinator at a top program or a head coach at a smaller school, where expectations are lower. Still, his Florida stint serves as a cautionary tale. In today's SEC, even coaches with a solid plan can run out of time before it ever takes root. So, there you have it. Our countdown of the 4 coaches most likely to be on the chopping block this year or shortly thereafter. Which one surprised you? Which one do you think is safe? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.